Un es vēlos jūs iepazīstināt ar mūsu otru viesi. Nerijus Lungys ir Business Network International pasaulē lielākās tīklošanas un organizācijas vadītājs Lietuvā. Viņš ir arī Remaks eksperts, Francijas īpašnieks Lietuvā un Eiropas fondu konsultāciju uzņēmuma īpašnieks un vadītājs Lietuvā. Lūdzu, jums vārds, please.
Hello. So I've heard you are 200 here, so I have 200 challenges now. I name 3. First of all, I speak English worse than Rob did. Second, I know less about networking than Rob did. And the third challenge, I forgot what I have to say. Okay. At least I know my name, Nerijus Lungys. And my presentation is about networking and how to do it effectively now, here, and in the future. And imagine that you have to select your business partner, next business partner, the one maybe you will buy from, you will sell to, or have a strategic partnership. Will you browse in internet? Will you make a cold call? Or maybe you will remember you've met someone who was very interesting, very credible, somewhere in the Eksporta forum in Riga, and he is in the business that you need a partner in. So which one option you will choose? It's pretty obvious, yeah? You will call the guy or the girl. So if you are in the business where you need partners, you need to sell to, you need some suppliers. And if you believe that these people who are around can help you, as Rob said, then welcome to the magic world of networking. And I'm in this world for 2 years. And as I already was introduced, and as Rob said, there is an organization called BNI. And in this organization, we meet weekly. And over these 2 years, when you meet every day almost, I've literally have spoken to thousands of people. Now I have more than several hundred of those people who can I call right now and ask for help, ask for advice, ask for a referral. And this is what networking can give anyone if you just look at it strategically, as Rob has suggested. So I will begin with an intriguing question. Why are you here? Of course, for wonderful speakers today, for some good information about exporting opportunities. Let me guess. I suppose, that you also for some valuable contacts. Maybe you today find someone who can take you to the next level, maybe not. And it depends how will you search for them. There are 2 actual strategies to do it, to find, to network. Like this couple is really doing a good work. They are having a conversation, maybe moving to the next level. And there is also a guy who is, I would say, quite desperate. He is waiting for the break to end and to go back to his seat, to sit and to listen what networking can give for him, for his business growth. So, will you choose your phone? Rob said that it's a great marketing a networking tool. I cannot agree. So many people use it. When you go to the break, just look around and you will find someone who is relating to his Mr. Samsung, Mr. iPhone, or Mrs. Nokia. So that's a great strategy, what I can say. But you can choose another option is a valuable contact for you. And here is actually me standing in one of big events, of networking events, talking with a lady, and now she is a business partner of mine, and she sells phones. And she sold me this, no, this is my purse. this brand new phone. So I've got a phone from her, but first I had a good relationship with her. So what will be your strategy, I don't know. But as Rob said, a lot of reasons why to network. I also want to reinforce this question, why it's worth networking. And I'm not so wise to pretend that I know the answer. So I listened to this guy. Maybe you know him, maybe you're not. And he said, because networking is the first step to success. It is Mr. Sir Richard Branson, a well-known business guru. Everybody likes him. Girls also likes him, and men too. And he said, from the very beginning, you start to understand that you have an idea that is worth pursuing. The first step in the road of success is to build a network. Because a network is partnerships, network is new ideas, network is new solutions to your old problems. Network is everything what you can get from other people. And what is networking as such? Actually, it's a proactive way to meet new people. And I mean proactive, because in my world, in the world of my beliefs, opportunities comes only to those who are searching for them. And the success is dancing only with those who are already on the dancing floor. So I wish that you will listen to Rob's advice and start networking now. And he showed some amazing exercise that I liked most, because I've gained from it most, that's talking with the guy sitting next to me. With the girl, actually. What is the purpose of networking? And I heard the word of selling yourself. Actually, I'm not so sure about it, because the real purpose of networking, and if you really understand it, it's very easy to network, because it's helping. Actually, you are looking for people whom you could help. And it's so wrong to do it when you're looking for sales, because there's no shorter way to a disaster, to loss of your credibility, to loss of your belief in you and your reputation when you start selling too early in the process. Because nobody likes to buy. Who is here to buy something today? No one. So that's the answer to the question, don't sell. The only way is to help, because when you start helping, it means you are showing value well in advance, and this is what we like. We like when people help us. We like talking about helping each other. So let's get down to networking. How to network without screwing up. And actually, we will have a break very shortly. Over there, you will have a coffee, and you will have a perfect chance to screw up. You have your phone with you, that's good, that's an exit. But if you start networking, maybe you can have such feelings and thoughts like these two poor guys and girls. Actually, it's okay to feel a bit uncomfortable, unless you are a professional networker. And as I say, everything is hard until it gets easy. And practice is what gets it easier and easier. So my only mission, why I'm standing here in front of you, is to share some tips that you can use now. Some specific words that you can say now. Some specific phrases that you can say now. That's why I'm here. Networking is a contact sport. And in Lithuania, we have such a good saying, if you are afraid of wolf, I don't know whether you have it in Latvia, if you're afraid of wolf, don't go to networking event. because here are lots of wolves. It's a business elite here, serious businessmen. Actually, when Rob asked whether you have a successful business, wolves don't raise hands. They look at the eyes. So you have to approach them, look straight to the eyes, and introduce yourself. That's a good start. So are you ready for this? How to do it? How to start conversation really easy. And before that, know one thing, that others' impression is your reality. You are not so good as you think inside you are, but you only good as much as others think you are good. And when you know that, you can work with that. And I will share a rule that is very simple. 12 times 12 times 12. I said I don't speak English. So it's 3 things you have to think about. First is how you look from the 12 meters. How you look from the 12 centimeters and how you smell. And the third is what are the first 12 words you say. So you are always met according, yes, your appearance. So what you are wearing matters. So be in a business suit, be prepared. They say that when anyone looks at your appearance, they define what kind of problems you can solve. That's why lawyers, auditors, all big board members work in serious clothes. And a plumber, you know what kind of problems he can solve, yeah? So his appearance is adequate. Another thing is not what are you wearing, but what's inside your suit, and it's your body language. How confident you look, how are you smiling? Because what are your gestures? Because out of these small things, everything is decided. Whether you are trustful, whether you're open, whether you are worth talking with. So my piece of advice, smile. And there was a research that was made that babies smile 200 times a day. Women smile 400? No, 40 times, and men smile, now you guess, 60 times, 8 times, once. Which one? 8, yeah. Someone said once, but I already saw you smile twice, so yeah. They smile 8, and it's so bad, because smile conveys that you are confident in yourself, that you have a successful business. Why should you smile if you don't have a successful business, yeah? Okay, so be prepared to smile today. But actually, you are farewelled according what you say. So the words that come out of your mouth also matters. And you can be judged like this. Oh, not so good. Or he's a very good conversationist. The same man, different traction. So how to start a conversation? So you can write it down, you can memorize, because I use it all the time. It's my lines, and it works. You can start E2, E4, talking about weather. What a nice weather today. Yeah, shining. Latvia. Wow. Yeah, right. Unless you meet a meteorologist. Then you have, oh my God, you will have long hours of talking. Otherwise, there would be a not so comfortable silence again, and you will have to deal with that. So why don't you try something different? For example, what a wonderful forum here. And do you remember the last speaker about networking? I liked him a lot. What about you? Oh yeah, I find him fantastic. Actually, there were 2 guys, and they both look superb. What does it show? That you find intelligent themes to talk about, topics, and you are evaluating things more advanced than a weather, and you can be interesting to others. So I will share you a formula that you can use always to start the conversation and to continue like this. And it's very simple. First, you start with a statement. Question is good, but it's a bit awkward to ask a question without stating something. So I would say, for example, how many people are here? I wonder that export of Latvia will be booming next year. And I will continue with the question, and what about your industry? What's happening there? And then the easiest part, listen, relax. Then he answered the question, or she, and you continue with the statement. So many people and so many interesting businessmen, what are you doing? And then stop and listen. And then you go and go and go. What you really need is some obvious statements. Oh, this is wood, yeah? How do you do your business, yeah? So just utilize. What a good coffee over here. Where do you export? So there's no really, as Rob said, if you ask questions, you are on the control, you have to listen. So I will share some good tips, what questions you could ask, but actually what will happen 98% of the time, you will have a chance not to screw up again, because you will be asked to introduce yourself. What do you do? What's your business? And you can say like this, I'm a director of BNI Lithuania. And it's not a very good introduction. Yeah, interesting. The same as what you say, I'm a lawyer, I'm an accountant, I'm a producer. Actually, it's egocentric. It starts with I am, and nobody cares actually what you are. Actually, what they care is how could you help them? So instead of that, just say, I help people to find new businesses, to utilize networking so effectively that have to increase their capacity. After saying that, even in one networking event, I was relaxed, and lady asked, what do you do? I sell good emotions. I help people to feel better. And she was, yeah. How? How do you do that? So this is the question you really want to hear, because if nobody is interested in your first line, then you are killed. Okay, so instead of using I am, start with I help, and this is already you are halfway expressing the value you have in your business. So now you have some really useful questions at your hand. Rob said ask, 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 ask. Now you have 5 questions which you can ask. First question, what do you like best about what you do? As Rob said, if you find people's passion, if you find what they are attracted in their business, you can find later on how to sell to them if you want, and how to help them if they want you to. The second question, and it's obviously a good question to ask. The second question, you mentioned you were in producing, beer producing. Oh, that's good. How do you decide to do that? How come that you do that? And you will hear a story, as Rob said. You will help guy to tell a story and to be memorable to you. And he will think, as this businessman thought, that you are a great conversationist. And the best part is that your competitors won't ask this question, because they are not in this forum, hopefully. The third question is straight to the point. Where else do you network? This is for your networking strategy, where successful businesses go to network. Today I met one beautiful lady out of Lietuva, and I asked, where do you network in Warsaw? And I now know some places, but most importantly, I have her business card. So the fourth question, it's about helping. What are your biggest challenge? Reinforcing what Rob said. Because if you know how he's struggling and with what he's struggling, you can help. Remember, networking is about helping. And the fifth question is how I help you, straight to the point. If you ask this question today, miracle can happen. You can even get a contract. Because this is about thinking how can we work afterwards. Yeah, fifth question. And now, finalizing how to get most value of this networking experience you will have. And now imagine you are in the ship, in the boat, in the fishing boat, and the fishing net is rising, and you see some big fishes in there. So here are some big fishes, some people who will be valuable for you. And you want more of these big fishes. But guess what? You will find some small fishes over there. Maybe a little bit useful, but actually it's a small fish. Nobody likes to talk with small fishes. And you will see boots. Waste of your time. They are useful for you, useless for you. But know what? You have to talk with them and to show that you are a professional networker. And what I urge you to do is to spend no more than 5 minutes with one conversation and to move to another. So if it's a boot, bye-bye. If it's a big fish, I will tell you how to do it with it. But what's more important, when the fish net rises, the water drips, and actually it's not the water, it's a coffee, and it drips to the coffee cup. Because it's no need to sell you in the first initial conversation. You have a business card, you talked about something, and you say, hey, maybe it would be a good idea to meet and to drink coffee sometime. Yeah, why not? Yes. And this is a strategy. And then you go home, you take out your business cards, and you put them next to your computer. The day passes, you are so busy in your business. The second day passes, you are so busy. The week passes, the dust already on the business card pile, and you put it in your drawer. The year passes, you open, what's that? And move it to the trash. So the follow-up is the most important part of the networking. So if you got the business card, you asked, it's a big fish, write an email straight away the same day and ask for the meeting. I did it so many times and it always works. Sometimes you meet after 2 months, sometimes you meet right away. So is it time for some valuable contacts for you? Are you prepared for that? Actually, I have one last question. There is 5 businessmen, 5 successful businessmen, and 4 of them decided to network and to go to introduce each other. How many people have introduced each other to each other? 0. Because deciding to network and to actually do it, it's 2 different things. So I wish you successful networking now, here, and in the future. And it's coffee time. Yeah.
Jā, liels paldies Nerijusam. Šobrīd patiešām ir kafijas pauze, un es pats domāju, es vismaz 2 minūtes droši vien baidīšos ar kādu sākt runāt pēc vis tā, kas ir dzirdēts, jo es domāšu, kur turēt rokas, kā smaidīt un ar ko sākt sarunu, bet es droši iedrošinu sākt sarunu arī par laikapstākļiem, jo man liekas šodien ir vienkārši lieliski vasaras diena, lai jums laba kafijas pauze. Un tiekamies pēc